else? Good job, Savinch. Show of fingers. Show of fingers. Is it one? Is it two? Is it none? Good job, Cameron. Trey Grant, what's the exponent for x? Muhammad Haseeb, what's the exponent for x? Khadijah. Good job, Maimuna. No response from the following individuals that I just called. Good job, Muhammad. So it's 1. When I don't see an exponent, it's 1. So let me look at what's the exponent for y. Everyone. Everyone. Keep your fingers up. Everyone. Show of fingers. What is the exponent for y? I can't see, Trey Grant. I thank you, Eric. Good job. Muhammad. Khadijah. Nope. I want it. Finger in the camera. Camera. There we go. Khadijah, what's the exponent? Liardis, what's the exponent? Akiliana, what's the exponent? Yusuf, what's the exponent? Can't see it if your screen is facing the ceiling. I don't know how you have eyes on top of your head. Good. The exponent is 1. So now I go inside. Let me look at all of the exponents. 3, good. X of this is squared. Y, I see no exponent, it's 1. 4x, I don't see an exponent. X has an exponent of 1. Y has an exponent of 1. Minus 5. X, no exponent, 1. Y, exponent is 2. Good. Now we are ready to multiply. So we're going to multiply this term by this term first. 2 times 3 is 6. X to the first times x squared. Well, they both have an x, so I'm going to write it. 1 plus 2 is 3. Remember, we add the exponents. Y. So that they both have... What?
Can I do this one?
Sure. Go ahead. What's y?
Y is 2.
Y squared.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
And then, which is 8.
What's my sign? Minus 8, plus 8. There we go. Be specific. Plus 8. Okay. What's next?
Then it would be x to the power of 2.
So good. X to the first times x to the first is x squared. We don't say power of 2. That's baby talk. X squared. X cubed. After that, now you say 4 and 5. So I don't know if we remember last week. Last week when I showed you how to distribute, I showed you how to distribute 2 ways. I showed you go term by term, distribution, right? Yes? But then I also showed you another way where you did like a box. Do you remember this? Do you remember this? We set up a box. So the outside term would go right here, 2x, y, and then all the terms on the inside went on top of the box. So this would be 3x squared, y, and then plus 4x, y, and then minus 5x, y squared. My y is backwards. You guys all remember this from last week, Friday? I called this what method? The box method. I said, hey, I'm introducing you to something that we're going to learn next week. Well, when we are multiplying polynomials, all right, there are 2 methods. The box method and another method called FOIL, like aluminum foil, F-O-I-L. Everybody understand? Okay, good. Now, before I jump back to the notes, I want to talk about, remember how I said, hey, we're kind of like finding the area of this box. How do we find the area of a square? Well, you multiply the length times the width. So I have how many terms in this polynomial? 3. Specifically, that's a trinomial. So I'm adding the area for this box to this box to this box. The problem is I don't know the values of x and y, so the area is represented by this trinomial right here. Everybody understand? Good. So to calculate the area of this box, I'm going to call this box a 1 term on the outside by 3 terms. This is a 1 by 3 box. Does that make sense? 1 box, multiple, or 1 times that by 1, 2, 3 terms. Good? Good. Another way to say it is a monomial, 1 term, times that by a trinomial, 3 terms. Everybody good with that? Make sense? Goody. So today, we're going to talk about multiplying not a monomial by a trinomial. We're going to talk about multiplying 2 binomials. 2 binomials. Here is binomial number 1. Here is binomial number 2. How do I know it's binomial? Well, bi means 2. I have 1 term, 2 terms. 1 term, 2 terms. Everybody understand? Good. So let's now apply what we know about the box method, right? We just saw a 1 by 3. Now let's do a 2 by 2. Everybody comprende? So how do we set it up? Well, if I have x plus 2, I'm going to create a 2 by 2 box. 2 by 2 box. 1, 2, 1, 2, giving me a total of 4 boxes. Everybody good? On the sides of the boxes, I have x plus 2. That's this binomial right here. Everybody see it? On the top, I'm going to have x plus 5. That's my other binomial. Everybody understand? Now we're going to find the area of each of these boxes. Are we ready? Number 1, before I even start multiplying, let me figure out my exponents. Because remember, when we're multiplying, we must add the exponents. So the exponents for this one, this x is 1. This x, it's 1. All right, if I come up here, this is 1, this is 1. Everybody comprende? Good. So let's multiply. X times x is what? It is x squared. Okay, x times 5 is plus 5x. Hey, it's kind of like we're figuring out the area of the top row like it's a 1 by 2 box. Everybody comprende? Anyone confused on how I got x squared plus 5x? Are we all good? Good. Now let's move on to the next row. So I repeat the process. 2 times x to the first is just 2x. And it's a plus. Notice this plus here. So I'm going to put plus. 2 times 5. Oh, that's positive 10. There we go. So I'm going to put a plus 10. Everybody understand? Okay, trick. Here is the trick. Remember how when we multiply, when we distribute, they go hand in hand. You multiply and then you combine like terms, correct? Okay. If you use the box method, the like terms are the diagonals. They're your diagonals. Oh, that's easy. So this is Miss McLeod right here. Yes, it's my face. It's my eyeballs pointing. I'm going to show you how the middle terms are always, or the diagonal is always going to be your middle terms that you have to combine. So I'm going to first write every single answer right here in this row. So the first box was x squared. The next box was plus 5x. The next box was plus 2x. The last box was plus 10. Hold on here. I told you the diagonals are the like terms. Look at what my eyeballs are pointing to. 5x plus 2x. So your final answer will be x squared. Hey, x and x. I got 5 x's. I add 2 more x's. I have 7x plus 10. Everybody comprende? Yes, sir? Amir? Amir, you good? Okay. I'm gonna come back up and show you the FOIL method and how to find the answer using another method, but we're gonna keep practicing the box first, okay? We're gonna do a couple of more problems using the box. So let's look at this one. What is a simpler form of x minus 3 times 4x minus 5? Again, we're going to do the box method first. So let me zoom on in here. So very first thing is the first binomial that I see, I'm going to put on the side. So it's going to be x. And then I'm going to put a minus 3 right here like so. Everybody understand? Good. Top row is my other binomial, my second binomial, 4x minus 5. So 4x goes on top here, and then the minus 5, notice the sign. The sign goes with the number right after it. And then I'm going to now multiply. So x, first things first, before we do, identify our exponents, 1 and 1. Everybody good? Good. So x to the first times 4x, well, that's just 4, and then x squared. X to the first times negative 5, this has no x, so guess what? It's minus 5, and then x comes along for the ride. Everybody good? Good. Now we move on to minus 3. Minus 3 times 4x, minus 12, because negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. This has no x, so this x gotta come along for the ride. Okay, and I'll put to the first here like this. And then minus 3 times minus 5, well, negative times a negative gives me a positive. 3 times 5 is 15. Good. I'm not done. What did I say? The diagonals are always your like terms. These are the two terms that you're going to add the numbers in front. Add the coefficients together. Everyone understand? Good. Final answer. You write the first box. It's going to be 4x squared. And then I'm going to say negative 12 plus a negative 5 is negative 17. And then it's x to the first. But we're big boys and girls, so I'm not going to write the 1 as my final answer. And then the final box plus 15. Everybody comprende? Anyone confused? Can I move on? Yes? Goody. Let's try another one. What is a simpler form of 2x plus 4, one binomial, times 3x minus 7, another binomial? So again, I'm going to say this is the first binomial, so 2x, the first term goes in the top row. The next term, the plus 4, goes in the bottom row. And then 3x minus 7, my second binomial, 3x goes in this top column, and then the minus 7 goes here. And then I check my exponents. This is x to the first. This is x to the first. Now I'm ready to multiply. 2 times 3 is 6. X to the first times x to the first. Add your exponents. X squared. Repeat the process. 2 times negative 7 is negative 14. This has no x, so this x to the first comes along for the ride. Now we're down to the positive 4. Positive 4 times 3x to the first. Well, 4 times 3 is 12. And then there's no x here, so this x comes along for the ride. And then I'm down to here, positive 4 times negative 7 is negative 28. We're not done. I filled in my box. Now, again, remember, your diagonal is the like terms. So I write the first box, 6x squared. And then I add 12 minus 14 is negative 2x. And then I just plop down the minus 28. Everyone good? Goody. Okay, hold on here. Miss, you said the box method is for 2 by 2. Hold on here. I've got a binomial multiplying a trinomial. Oh my gosh. How do I do this? It's easy. The first binomial, this is 2 terms, times that by how many terms? 1, 2, 3. 2 by 3. So I've created now a 2 by 3 box. Let's find the area of this box. First one is x, and then down here is plus 2. X times negative 4 is just negative 4, and then the x comes along for the ride. Everybody good? Goody. Now let's come down to the 2. So 2 times x squared, well, that's just 2. I'm going to put a plus here. 2x squared. All right, positive 2 times positive 3x. So that becomes 6. I'm going to put a plus here, plus 6x. Everybody good? Okay. Positive 2 times negative 4, well, that's a minus 8. Miss. Hold on here. You said like terms. How do we figure this out? Are we ready? I told you the like terms are always the diagonals. You ready? Here is one diagonal. And oh, there's another pair of diagonals. This is another set of diagonals. Everybody comprende? Good. Now let's write our final answer. So first box, x cubed. Next box, oh wait, it's a diagonal. So 2 plus 3 is 5. So 5. And then it's what? X squared, there we go. X squared. Next one, 6x, and then minus 4x. So that gives me 6 minus 4 is 2. Both have x, and then the last box minus 8. Take a look. Written this way, if you do the box method this way, your answer is always in standard form. 3, 2, 1, 0. Everybody comprende? Hold on, I have a question. 2x on the side with the plus 4. Where, are you talking about the last problem, David? Okay, last problem, yes. 2x plus 4 on the side. The first binomial goes on the side. Everybody understand? Yes? Okay. Everybody understand, though, I can swap my box like a different way, right? Why? Because multiplication is commutative. If it's a binomial times a binomial, I could have said 3x minus 7 here, and then 2x plus 4 here. It doesn't matter. Everybody comprende? Good. Okay. I think we're pretty good with the box method. Yeah? Yeah? Some people like the box method.